Hi, I'm ZBexx. I'm a professional cosplayer and trading card game personality, and recently I've gotten into speed puzzling. I am practicing for my first competition where I will be competing as an individual, in a team of two as pairs, and as a team of four. Let's see if I can complete this puzzle in under 90 minutes, the average competition time, and exactly how long it takes me to put this whole puzzle together. I began by taking all of the pieces out of the wrapper and started flipping them right side up. I had recently done a puzzle with a lot smaller size puzzle pieces, so I was kind of taken aback by how big the pieces were and how much space this was taking on my table. But we'll get back to that later. You can see in the top right corner, I'm starting to sort the colors out with the darkest at top and off camera on the right, the dark blues, a bright teal, a bright turquoise, the reds, oranges, and browns, and pinks, which I'm starting to put together now. I did realize midway through that my camera wasn't quite high enough, so you'll see I made some adjustments here, but I'll take that into better consideration the next time that I'm filming a speed puzzling video. So thanks for bearing with me. You can see I've started to get some of the yellow and red colored piece planets together, and I'm happy with my pace at the moment. However, one thing that I did find was I moved some pieces off, and so I'm not actually working with the full amount of the colors right here of those pieces. But there we go, I got the red planet piece together, and I'm curious, do you put the edges together first or not? I'll give you a chance to answer that in the comments below. Thanks so much for engaging with this video, by the way, since it is my first jigsaw puzzle video that I'm putting up here on YouTube. I believe that I should start with the edges, but for some reason on this puzzle, I decided not to. Next, I started working on the bursts of color. As I was done with my progress on the reds and oranges, I headed into the greens and turquoises, which had some nice words representing moons or parts of the galaxy. The italics were easy to find together. And at this point, I think I was also starting to find some of the yellow lines that ran parallel to each other that were circles within the solar system. Looking for different textures on the pieces, especially for me, visual lines that run from one piece to another. I think that's one of the parts of jigsaw puzzling where I excel in, as opposed to some of the more solid color areas where you have to specifically look at shape. I've now moved on to some of the blue watercolored planets. There's a very large one and two or three smaller ones. And here I decided I did not have enough space. I wasn't going to use these trays initially, as this was my first time using my new puzzle board. But I found that with these huge pieces, I simply did not have enough room, and I really needed the edge right now to start anchoring some of those big puzzle planets that I had put together, as some of the planets were in the edge, so I knew that that would help once I got it all together. Simply figuring out how big the puzzle was and how much space of negative space I had was important. So I've got most of the edge figured out. Now I'm putting my planets in color by color, and I'm still finding I have too many pieces over on the left side of the puzzle. I'm going to need to scooch it over and make room somehow. So let's watch how I do that. I'm having to reference the box quite a bit to figure out which puzzle piece goes where, and I'm looking at which starburst goes where, but it's really helping me connect some big chunks together. On this puzzle, I think I'm probably at least an hour in right now, and I know that I have a lot more pieces left, and I'm giving myself a little leeway on organization for the next time that I complete a puzzle in this space. That's it. Minute 30. All right, I'm stopping. This is how far I got in 90 minutes. I had plans to play Commander with some friends, so I used those trays and the felt board to cover it up and put my mat away. And if you're new to my channel, I am a professional cosplayer and trading card game personality. More of my focus is on Magic, so thanks for being here for my puzzling. All right, the game is over and I have returned to my puzzle and started the timer because I want to see how much over 90 minutes it takes me to complete this 500-piece puzzle. I did fix the camera a little bit so you can see more of the board. I was a lot more aware of that after the fact. I looked at where my camera was and was like, oops. But now you can see I'm referencing the box quite a bit. I think about halfway through, I realized that I still had some pieces on the trays to put in here, and so I made sure that I had all of the right colors. And it was really just about filling in the negative space at this point. I definitely think I can do better at color sorting, and I think looking at using this space again, I need to color sort onto the trays so I can easily move my puzzle pieces out of the way, work on a color, put it back onto the tray or in the board, and even work on top of it. As I'm using the trays, you can see me turning a lot in my chair, grabbing some different trays. I need to get more acquainted with puzzling in a smaller space. So moving forward, I definitely think I can beat this time. I can tell I'm in the home stretch. The pieces now are all dark or gray colors that are somewhat difficult to figure out where they go. All of the pieces are similar shape and size, not irregular pieces, ribboned. So you just have to look back at the big picture in order to see where the pieces go in. And that top left corner was the most difficult for me. 2 hours, 9 minutes, and 53 seconds. 39 minutes longer than I desired. It was a good first practice. Thanks again for watching my speed puzzling video. I'm ZBexx and I would appreciate it if you like this video and subscribed. I did live stream this on Twitch. My handle is the same name at ZBexx, ZBexx. And just remember, you are fabulous.